Now, I want to say first off that if I am the mayor, I would like to have all of y'all as resources for the challenges that we've got going forward. What a stellar group of panelists we have here, and I would certainly like to continue our conversations after today. In my introductory remarks, many of y'all know me, and you know that I had never been involved in city government for many years. I was a graduate of Emory University and was in the broadcast business. And it was not until I was much older, in 1990, that I had an issue that impacted City Hall and impacted my neighborhood. And I found out that you didn't just go down to City Hall and have everything work out as you expected. So my life changed forever. I left the broadcast industry and became for 10 years a neighborhood advocate and lobbied on behalf of many issues never paid across the city for those 10 years. In 2001, after a lot of work, I ran for city council, and I was sure that once I ran for city council and was elected, that I could get all the changes that I thought needed to happen for our city. What I found is that in a strong mayoral form of government, to really effectuate the changes that we need, you have to sit in the mayor's chair. So, as I look out over the changes that I think we need to have happen in the community, many of them we know about. We know about crime. We know we have to get the city safe. That is the first thing that we have to do. And that is both our police department and our fire department. We have to be safe. The second thing we have to do, and what I didn't know as clearly as I do now after having served for 7 years, is we have to fix the finances. I was appalled, as many of y'all were, at the lack of even the most modicum basis of financial controls. And the revelations that surprised all of y'all in 2008 surprised me and my colleagues. C.T. Martin is here. We were all stunned at the lack of financial controls that were in place. The third thing that we have to do for our city, which is critical, is to have the service delivery delivered in an effective and cost-efficient manner, and have those services be delivered with the kind of quality control that absolutely is needed for citizens to continue to want to pay taxes. As y'all all know in this room, every part of the city thinks that every other part of the city is getting the services. The real surprise is that no one is getting the service delivery that we would expect. And so we have to bring the city back together again. The fourth thing that we must do in the city is to bring prosperity to all the city and to grow the city effectively. And by that I mean with good development, good rules that are enforced equitably, with good sustainability, with good practices, so that when you go down to City Hall, it works for you and it works for all of us. So one of my campaign slogans is the fact that I'm running for mayor to make the city work for all of us again. So, as your mayor, I intend to do so. I intend to roll up my sleeves and go to work every day to make the city work, to bring the trust of the community back to City Hall and back from City Hall out into the community. I have been a businesswoman for 35 years, first in running a radio company, then in owning and operating my own business. I have been head of several nonprofits. I have done several startup organizations, and so I have the business background, I have the passion for the city, and I have deep connections all across this city to be able to be, in my view, the most effective person that you could have as your next mayor. So with that, I will take all the questions and look forward to our discussion for the next hour.